Well, as you know, HR is the strategic partner of the business. So if you are talking about being a partner, it means that you have to align all your targets, all your initiatives to achieve the target of the entire organization. There is no point that you are hiring people to fulfill the target of an organization without you yourself as an HR partner do not believe in such targets. So we are talking about that. Alignment all the time. People should know what this organization stands for and how they can contribute their best efforts in order to be part of such organization.
Hello and welcome to another episode with our podcast, Human Capital Uncovered, with Chat with Hayfa. I'm your host, Hayfa Abu Zabiba. And with us today is a very special guest who's a well-renowned expert in the field. And we will be delving deep into the realm of HR and human capital. I'm thrilled to introduce Dr. Amal Sheera, who is a versatile HR professional with a wealth of experience in driving strategic HR initiatives across various organizations, from serving as the first female Saudi HR director in TNT Express to leading HR strategic management in the MENA region at Schindler. Our guest has proven track record of implementing transformative programs and fostering organizational excellence. She has played pivotal roles in organizational development, quality initiatives, and HR leadership. So sit back, tune in to gain insights from this accomplished HR leader who has broken barriers, driven impactful initiatives, and set new standards for excellence in the field of human capital. Welcome, Dr. Amal.
Thank you, Hayfa. It's an honor to be with you today.
Thank you very much. Dr. Amal, how do you ensure your HR strategies align with the organizational goals and strategies?
Well, as you know, HR is the strategic partner of the business. So if you are talking about being a partner, it means that you have to align all your targets, all your initiatives to achieve the target of the entire organization. There is no point that you are hiring people to fulfill the target of an organization without you yourself as an HR partner do not believe in such targets. So we are talking about that. Alignment all the time. People should know what this organization stands for and how they can contribute their best efforts in order to be part of such organization.
Okay, that's wonderful. What are some of the biggest challenges you face as a CHRO in Saudi Arabia, and how do you navigate them?
Well, starting from the start, probably you were with me in the same boat. Being a female and working in the HR field during the tough times where female working in Saudi Arabia was not that welcoming. So that was the first challenge, being a female in a male-dominant, I would say, society. Alhamdulillah, by proving ourselves, by proving our efforts, by showing the dedication and excellence in work, we managed to navigate through all the difficulties. Well, this is one point. Another point would be being aware of what you are there for. Yeah, for example, when we are talking about organizations that are aiming for transformation or they are aiming to build a positive culture, I think if you know the purpose of this organization, what they stand for, then you can easily navigate to check for the barriers for achieving those purposes, and then you do your best of efforts in order to demolish all these barriers.
Yes, very true. And how has the HR landscape in Saudi Arabia evolved over the years? What are some of the trends that you see coming for human resources and human capital in the country?
Previously, as you know, we were morely to a personnel practices, more into transactional practices. However, afterwards, we were looking for the best practices around the world. We are looking for now for a strategic business partner. We are now doing a lot of succession planning. We believe in talent management, and they now, I think the companies now in Saudi Arabia begin to understand the importance of the human factor. Of course, a lot of companies will there for financial profit, but the financial profits won't come through the finance resources by itself. Of course, the human resources are the dynamic factor to increase and such profit. So, investing in people is the right answer for the future of HR. So HR is not anymore the department or the function that is responsible about hiring and firing it, and probably being responsible about tickets, payroll, etc. Now we are broadening our function and our interest for employee engagement, for talent management, for succession planning, because we understand the true role of HR. It's not as before when it was purely transactional.
Yes, very true. So I hear you in that now the role of the CHRO is similar to a few decades ago when the CFO role also was elevated and became very close to the CEO. And now the same thing is happening with the CHRO role, where CEOs are looking to their CHROs as the number two person. You know, the CFO is still number one, but then right beside them is the CHRO.
CHRO, because they have to know whether they have the right capability for the future plans. That they won't know that, and any CEOs has to partner with the CHRO in order to know does he or the organization have the right capability to achieve their future goals or not.
Very true.
That's why we say now that HR is the strategic partner of the business. It's not anymore the executors. We are not executors anymore. We are the strategic partners.
Very true. For many organizations, culture has transitioned from just being a buzzword to really being a priority for leaders and for the business world. In your mind, in your opinion, do you see that the attitudes or the well-being of the people or the mindsets of the people will impact the success of the company, make it or break it?
Definitely. As I mentioned to you before, the financial resources won't increase themselves. Profit won't invest in themselves. It's only the human capital is the dynamic factor that either put the company at the top in the top rank of companies or make it the worst. By the end of the day, we are talking now about, for example, work environment. We are talking about having true leadership. We are investing in people and the calibers we have in order to achieve our targets, in order to grow. So companies realize now that without investing in their human capital, they are not going to reach anywhere. I usually say to all CEOs, you might have the fanciest building in the world and the most advanced equipment in the working place. However, if you don't have the right people to operate and to work, you won't reach anywhere.
Excellent. How do you approach talent development and succession planning in your organizations to ensure that there's a strong pipeline of leaders?
Okay. First, we have to understand what do we mean with talents, because in your workforce, you don't need all your workforce to be talent, because talent management is a bit difficult also, because I usually say talents are restless ball of energy. They need to be engaged, they need to be there, they need to be listened to. So first of all, you have to identify what are the roles that are very critical for the organization. And not only the executive roles are important. Sometimes there are some minor jobs, but they are very important and crucial in this organization, of this specific organization, in order to proceed. So if now we have to decide whether we are going to go for recruitment, for the ordinary recruitment, only for filling the organization with the needed workforce, or we are going for a talent acquisition. So talent acquisitions mean that you are hiring a talent that is for the future of the organization. Buy-in from the senior management is a key. If the senior management do not buy into the talent management and the succession planning, HR cannot do it. They don't look at talent management and succession planning as something like luxurious. It's very important for the sustainability of the business to have the right talent that is ready. But not only identifying the talent, but you have to identify the talent, listen to them, put special programs for them, and take good care for them. Otherwise, they will leave you, and you will end up with an organization that cultivates talents for other organizations, not for your own. So it's not only identifying a talent for the succession planning is the most important step. I would say, first of all, you have to identify what are the critical roles you want to build the talent for. Second, then you have to identify this talent and the sources for this talent. I remember a company that it was a must for every leader to have 2 successors identified, and he or she is responsible for developing these talents to take his role in the future. Otherwise, he or she will not be promoted. And that was a very great initiative, honestly.
Yeah, it puts them under the pressure.
Exactly, because whether if you don't have a successor, we had a slogan at that time called "No successor, no promotion."
That's very creative. How about what do you think the role of diversity, inclusion, and equity plays in HR strategy, and how can an organization promote an inclusive workplace culture?
Let's talk about diversity. When we talk about diversity, the first thing people would think of is male-female combination in the workforce. For me, diversity is totally different. We are talking about diversity of minds, diversity of knowledge, diversity of backgrounds, diversity of social even ranking, diversity of backgrounds. All these different differences bring a lot of wealth to the work culture. For me, diversity is the real tool to enrich the work environment. If you have somebody who is even in age, diversity in age, because if you have people of the same age criteria, it's going to be really hard for you sometimes if you want to pose or you would do some analytical, especially if they are from young generations. So you need to have this kind of diversity within your workforce. People from different age group, from different genders, from different backgrounds, different nationality, different ethnic background as well. Because all of this will add to the richness of the workforce. They learn from each other. We learn by practice. We don't learn by theories. We know by practice. So you would love to hear probably an idea from somebody who worked before in Mars or from Venus, and she might have a better way of doing the business than Earth.
Very true. I like that. All right. How do you leverage technology and data analytics to inform better decision making?
Okay. Technology is a must for now for taking any decision. You would like to analyze the data of the market whenever you want to take a decision. You have to analyze the risk of taking such decision. In HR field, using artificial intelligence would help in the transactional part, but I always emphasize on the human part, because our specialty's first word is human. So, and people would love always to talk to a human person. They want to see the empathy, they want to see the emotions, they want to see you listen, care about them. So artificial intelligence, I used, actually I started using artificial intelligence before 2 years in the transactional part. If you want to apply for whatever, and the employees, you don't use the human for doing something that is routine. So you want the human for creativity. So yes, use the artificial intelligence, use technology, use the analytical tools in order to take decisions. But by the end of the day, you need humans always there to understand your human need. I'm totally against the automation of everything. You can automate the transaction at that takes unnecessarily efforts and time of the employee, but you cannot automate the feeling, especially when it comes to development. If you want to come to a feedback about performance, about education, about teaching people, about developing them, teaching them new skills, and people are different in taking advices from a machine than a human.
Very true. A human is a big part, and empathy factors a lot into decision making. For aspiring HR professionals, what are some tips and advice that you can give them for them to ensure they have a successful career?
First of all, yes, people are looking for HR as the company's, I would say, advisor. Be the staff advocate. You are holding the justice for both sides. First of all, you have to develop yourself. You have to learn how to listen effectively. You have to learn how to give good feedback for staff. Listen. People would come to HR sometimes just to say that they are upset, they don't like this, they don't look that, and they want to see you giving them their rights. They want you to be their voice. They want you to be their hand, their eye. They are expecting HR to be the voice of justice. So just be like that. And you have to develop, look around you, around the world, see the best, I would say, practices in dealing with humans. Try to create a very positive working environment, especially for the staff in HR, because they are receiving a lot of complaints all the time from people. So we have to take care also of our staff. That's it.
Yeah, very, very true. I love what you said about HR being perceived as on the side of the company,
exactly,
and how it's important for HR to be objective and try to balance both, the benefits for the company and the benefits for the colleagues and employees.
People would love to see you giving them the right direction. They would love to see HR in their sides, even if they are there just to talk. They are not there for a direction or whatever, but you have to be genuine and put yourself in the place of that employee and see if it's you in such situation, what would be the best advice.
Yes, very true. Is there anything else you'd like to add, Dr. Amal?
I would say HR is a very complicated job, because by the end of the day, you have to, I would say, to take care of yourself. You have to take care of the people. You have to take care of the environment as well, and making sure that everybody is receiving his rights. Making sure that you are coming always with new ideas that helps to engage people, helps to make the work environment more suitable, more generous, more accommodating for the talent. We all know that people do not leave organization. People leave bad managers. So HR has a vital role into ensuring that the way people are treated in such organization are fair and adequate.
And that wraps our conversation, insightful conversation with Dr. Amal Sheera on uncovering human capital. We explored the depth of succession planning, diversity, technology, and culture. Remember, the greatest asset in your business is not the products or services, it's the people. Thank you for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you on our next episode where we share more insights on human capital. Until then, keep uncovering the potential in your human capital. Thank you.